Hello, welcome to Industry Reactions. Industry Reactions is a weekly briefing on industry events, changes, and future trends that impact your business. We're your hosts, Rick Honer and Mark Friedel from ChemPoint. You can find Industry Reactions on YouTube, LinkedIn, and as a podcast. For those of you watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and smash that like button. We plan on discussing issues that impact the global industry and help you uncover new opportunities. We hope this will provide market intelligence that will keep you ahead of changing conditions.
The economic stimulus packages being proposed in the U.S. could further tighten in markets for several plastics and chemicals. Prices for many of these materials were already rising amid a boom in U.S. residential construction and a change in consumer buying habits. In all, the U.S. could approve nearly $5 trillion worth of economic stimulus in the span of a few months. It's a lot of money. Many chemical markets in the U.S. were tight even before all of this stimulus, as illustrated by the ICIS Petrochemical Index. The global index recovered all of the ground it lost during the pandemic, reaching levels not seen since May of 2019.
Wow, that's incredible. I know we specifically have seen a lot of pricing movements. I'm sure it's going across the entire industry.
Yep, now we just got to keep it going.
All right, another big driver or something that is good to track is housing starts. So single family housing starts in December was up 12% from 1.2 million units in November. The coronavirus has helped fuel that demand amid a consumer push for standalone housing with work from home space, bucking a seasonal demand decline typically seen in colder months. That push, in turn, has sustained strong demand for PVC used to make pipes, window frames, vinyl siding, and other products. The trend driving housing demand include the earlier batch of economic aid that the U.S. adopted early in 2020, and the decline in mortgage rates, which are all still near all-time lows. I guess when all of those come together, it's bound to push housing starts up.
Yep, it's a recipe for increased housing costs as well. The proposed stimulus packages from President Biden could further increase demand for chemicals and polymers by giving consumers more money to spend and by funding more infrastructure projects. The rise in chemical prices is part of a larger rally in commodities.
I guess in a similar trend, the more than 30% rise in Brent crude oil prices since November has caught many players in global commodity markets off guard. Optimism around COVID vaccines has supported the demand outlook, and OPEC has been managing output, but few saw the surge as warranted with the world still in the midst of a pandemic.
Lux Research, a provider of tech-enabled research and advisory services, has released its annual report titled Foresight 2021, The Emerging Technologies to Watch. Trends like sustainability and digitization are going to dramatically change the chemicals and materials industry over the next 20 years. The top 5 technologies chemicals and materials leaders should look out for in 2021 are, number 1, digital sales platforms.
Number 2, we know something about that.
We sure do. Number 2, plastic waste recycling. Number 3, materials informatics. Number 4, 3D printing. And number 5, synthetic biology. All interesting trends.
Yeah, and actually, as we've been doing these updates, you see a lot of those trends in a lot of the articles that we highlight.
Yep, for sure.
All right, so now in new product introductions and company announcements, Future Food Tech links up Kellogg Company and Unilever to accelerate health ingredient startups. Future Food Tech is spearheading an innovation challenge in partnership with Kellogg and Unilever to scale up global startups. The food and beverage heavyweights are targeting emergent solutions that include new plant fibers, valorized waste streams, and non-spore food stable probiotics.
Moving on to Nurion. They are saying that it has renamed its wholly owned industrial chemicals business to Nobian. The branding change will reportedly allow Nobian to develop its integrated European value chain for essential-based chemicals under its own name and brand, while Nourion will continue to focus on growing its position in global specialty chemicals. Nobian is a European leader in the production of salt, chloralkali, and chloromethanes, which are essential for the manufacture of disinfectants, lightweight durable plastics, aluminum, pharmaceuticals, and other products.
All right, so from trash to your dash, pretty cool technology here. So Jaguar Land Rover plans to use recycled nylon for its car's interiors. Jaguar Land Rover has recently revealed plans to use Econel nylon to develop high-quality interiors made from ocean and landfill waste. The company's next-gen vehicles will feature floor mats and interior trims made from this fabric, which is sourced from recycled industrial plastic, offcuts from clothing manufacturers, or fishing nets abandoned in the ocean. Created by Aquafil, a global leader in synthetic fibers industry, this regenerated nylon has already been used by fashion designers, sportswear, and luxury watch brands to manufacture items like handbags, backpacks, or watch straps.
That's a cool story, and that'll really help speed up some of this recycled material that we hear of in the industry. Distrupol, headquartered in the United Kingdom and a subsidiary of Univar Solutions, to be acquired by GPD Companies. GPD to acquire Distrupol, a subsidiary of Univar Solutions and a European distributor of thermoplastics to the polymer processing industry. The transaction expected to close in the first half of 2021. After closing, Distrupol will join a leading group of best-in-class global distributors that also includes Nexeo Plastics. Distrupol will operate as a standalone, independent entity under its current brand and will be led by its existing management and commercial teams.
In other news, the specialty chemical maker Ashland will pay $319 million for the personal care business of the disinfectant and hygiene product maker Schülke & Mayr, which is owned by the investment firm EQT. Ashland expects the all-cash deal to close in June. Schülke & Mayr's personal care line consists mostly of cosmetic-grade antimicrobial agents that kill bacteria, yeast, and mold. The move is a part of Ashland's expansion of its consumer product business.
I'm not too familiar with Schülke & Mayr, but I've heard good things about their portfolio. Huntsman completed the acquisition of Gabriel Performance Products, a specialty chemical manufacturer of specialty additives and epoxy curing agents for the coatings, adhesives, sealants, and composite end markets from Audix Private Equity. Huntsman paid $250 million. Gabriel had 2019 revenues of approximately $106 million, with 3 manufacturing facilities located in Ashtabula, Ohio, Harrison City, Pennsylvania, and Rock Hill, South Carolina. Based on calendar year 2019, the purchase price represents an adjusted EBITDA multiple of approximately 11 times, or approximately 8 times pro forma for synergies. Gotta love those synergies.
All right, Lanxess is acquiring French company Intas. The Paris-based biocide company is a manufacturer of specialty fungicides for the packaging industry. The parties have agreed not to disclose the purchase price. Its products are used in paper, paperboard, soap packaging, labels, and banknotes. Banknotes, that's something I'd like to see more of.
Well, it's coming, according to our earlier stories. Well, that's it for this week's edition of Industry Reactions. We will return next week with a fresh batch of industry reactions. Until then, stay safe.
Take care.
Thanks.